Oh man, where are we? Welcome to Wake Up Wednesday.
Good morning.
You can't see us for some reason. Hang on just a moment.
Momento. Una momento.
What is taking up the
I don't know. But that's a
camera?
beautiful family of yours.
Yeah, it is.
I sure love my nephews.
Well, welcome to Wake Up Wednesday. I'm Steven,
I'm John.
and we are not on camera today, and we're not sure why, and that's okay. But we are going to be jumping into a topic. So we have a webinar coming up.
Coming them up.
We have a webinar coming up on Tuesday on remote sales and what are the best practices. How does it work? How does licensing work? What are some tips from other users when they're doing remote sales?
If you're an existing store that has done remote sales, we would love to have those. Man, when I got to my first sale, I didn't know this. Just any tidbits like nuggets that you could share with other stores. You could even if you're not going to come to the actual webinar, you could email those to support at. We would just love to have those just so stores are prepared when they go to do a sale. I know y'all are the experts and we're definitely not, but we will do our best to give you all the information we can. So we hope you can join that webinar. I think it's going to be very helpful.
Also,
kind of leads us into what we're going to cover today.
Well, and also if I put a link to sign up for the webinar, so even if you're not going to attend the webinar, you can go sign up for the webinar if you want to. Right there there's a Google form that you can fill out that says here's a tip on whatever you want to kind of share with the group. So I encourage you to show up to that to get more information on doing remote sales. So I guess I'll first of all say the best way to do remote sales, and we're going to cover this in the webinar, is using version 9 remote POS because it is live. It syncs your inventory. Everything's done live.
It's just like you're in the store, only
yes.
you're not.
Yes. And so we're going to be talking about tips about Wi-Fi, cell phone, wired internet, kind of all of those things are going to be covered in the actual training. But here's the deal. What we're going to cover today is if you don't have internet. So let's say you don't have internet, you're not going to have internet, you don't have cellular internet. What are your options? And so there's a couple of options. One of the options that we're going to cover today is using the sales on consignment feature. So basically, you're creating a consignee for the offsite event. You're scanning out the 20 or 30 or 40 products that you're taking out of the store. And then when you take those products out of the store, you're going to go do the sell. So at the sell, you can ring those items up with cash, check. You can even use our Swipe Simple for credit cards. Maybe you don't have your laptop or anything or Wi-Fi access, but you have cell phone access, so you can at least use your phone and the Swipe Simple app to take the credit card.
Swipe Simple, it's like Square. And so you've got an app running on your phone.
It's like Square, but you get your rates that you would normally get through BSM. So you still get the better rate. But then when you come back from the event, you just scan the items that you brought back from the event. And we're actually about to go through this whole process. I'm just giving you a cover of it. But you create a consignment, you add the items, you come back, you scan the items that you brought back, and then there's a process for deleting out that consignment. So John's actually going to take us through the process on how to do that offsite event if you don't have internet access. Again, this is not the preferred method.
Yeah,
we're going to talk about.
Emphasize this is the option C, D, E.
Yeah, this is like option F, right?
Right.
You want to go with
just go all the
option
way.
Z.
Option
That's right.
Z.
But if you're in the event now, but I do want to highlight this also. This is a really good option for if you have somebody that wants to do a consignment sale, like a church wants to have 20 of your products in their church, almost like an offsite bookstore. You can assign them a consignee number, add items to it, let them sell your items at their event or whatever they're doing. Maybe they're doing an event and want to have some of your products, but you don't want to go do the sales for them at the event. You can create this consignment event, consignee, add items to it, and then when they bring the items back, they would just pay you for what was sold and return the items that were sold.
So I would say the program is mostly written for allowing you to do sales through other people.
Yes.
But that's why it's option Z. You could add you as a consignee to the system, ring out those items when they come back. Same process, but you're the consignee. But I would say it's mainly written for you to consign products out to an individual or an organization to do sales for you. So I guess without further ado, we will go through this process.
We're going to go through it pretty quick, but we have a document on this on our Docs Hub. So if there's anything you don't follow, you can definitely check out that on the Docs Hub.
And it kind of has, I think it has a flow chart on there as well. So if it doesn't, I should check on that. Yeah. So SLOC. First thing you're going to do is you're going to add you. My secretary is going to do the keyboard work for me. See, they can't see me.
So we're going to add the
like that. So we're going to add a consignee. I think you can just press enter to give one. And so we're just going to call it offsite sales because you could put store or something like that, but that's fine. Offsite sales. I wouldn't worry about any of that. Just make sure you have a consignee, and then save. Okay. And then we're going to add some items to the consignee, and so here I'll tap this.
Yep, go ahead. Yeah, I don't know the number.
And we're just going to say, I don't know, we took 10 out. Well, not 140. Woo! You really like that if you sell 140. And so we'll, yeah, so there we go. That's a great item. Oh, we don't have them on hand. So that's not going to be a good item. So let's just, okay. So, and then what we can do is we can, okay.
We're just going to do another random item.
Just look for on hand. It's right here. Oh, there's 6. Let's do that. A craving. I can't read either. A caring heart. Half of them.
All right, so you add items.
So there we go. We got a couple items. If you want to see those items, you can go to change delete. Put in your. That's not even the right spot. Yeah, you can print it. You can print a consignee report. And so what we're going to do is now you send out those items.
And so for this example,
we're walking over across the street
to
do a sidewalk sale at the local bread place
where there's no internet or
no
Wi-Fi access
across the street from your Wi-Fi. Okay, so all right, so they do the sale. Anyway, they come back, and so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to come in and you're going to say scanned returned items. And so what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to put in the consignee number. You can do a lookup there if you want to. So I'm going to put in here 1451884. How many did I say? Okay, so it came up with the default quantities. Let's say they sold half of them. So I'm going to choose save. And so let's say that's all they sold, Stephen.
Well, no, we brought a test item back as well.
Oh, okay, that's fine. So we got a test item back.
So you just escape,
and then we're going to go ahead and exit. We're going to create the POS files. Okay, that's going to basically it's going to only create a file for what wasn't sold. For what was sold.
Two.
Let's do 2 then. Continue. All right, press any key to. So there's a file 1. If it exceeds 199 items sold, it's going to create a second file. And so what we do, so we've created the file. Well, now we need everything. Right now, all of the items that we put on the consignment, or if you were to look in inventory, they're going to be in the on consignment field, not on hand. So the next thing to do is we're going to actually delete our consignee. What this is going to do when I delete me, it's going to move all of these items. Let's see, options. Oh, do I have to hit enter?
You have to hit enter.
Okay. And so when I delete.
No, you have to hit enter twice. There you go. Now you can.
And so I'm going to delete me. Once I delete me as a consignee, that is going to move all those items out of on consignment field and put them back in on hand, so that when I go to point of sale and I actually ring this up, it's going to only deduct the on hands for the items I've sold. And so go ahead and enter your, and then right here you're going to type in auto, and then go ahead and press enter. And then right here you can see it's talking about consignment sales. Since there was less than 199 items, you saw that it created one file. So we're going to go ahead and hit OK. And it's going to ring up all of the items. So you can see that we did ring those. We sold 7 of the Jesus Calling. We sold 3 of A Caring Heart. go ahead and cash out the sale. But what we've done is we've created a pay type called offline dollar signs.
Offline money.
Offline. Okay. Offline
That
money.
way they can track it to their
And so
sales journal.
what that's going to do is that's kind of a no action sell because you've already taken payment for this, and so this is just going to make your sales journal right. Okay, print that. Let's see. And so now everything you should be good. I mean, that's in a nutshell. That's the process. Again, if you don't have a link to that customer docs hub that I created, that's on our Facebook group. I can also send you a link, but that's got a lot of useful things in it, and it actually has this sales on consignment document and also a flow chart.
And so the biggest thing that we want to get from this isn't the best way. So sign up for the webinar, because on Tuesday we're going to show you the best way to do remote sales. We're also going to include your tips and tricks that you've included.
And just on that note, Donna has posted her number one tidbit is first priority is make sure they offer free Wi-Fi or be ready to have your own access to internet service. So again, most phones nowadays include hotspot. And so I know my iPhone does, and I've had several different carriers, and they've all included at least some data on a hotspot.
And we're going to be, so just so you know, we're going to be talking about a lot of this on Tuesday. So we will talk about online sales, offline sales, how the licensing works. We're going to talk about best practices. We're going to talk about all the tips, what hardware you can use, what hardware options you have. So I think it'll be really informative, even if you're already doing remote sales. If you want to know more about it, please click the link in the comment section or the email.
Is it going to allow them to put comments to us?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because, I mean, like Donna and others, they may have some good questions.
Yeah, we could even share the screen. So please sign up for that. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up today. Hopefully you found this informative. Remember, you can use this for consignments. So you can actually assign items out to people to sell at offsite events for you. And then when they bring those items back, you can, there's a way to do like we just did. So
that's what we're always trying to do is just drive community between your store and local churches, just to build that relationship.
Well, thank you for everything today. We're praying over your store. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section. We'll be watching those all week. Thank you for watching Wake Up Wednesday, and we'll have more topics
Prayer request,
next
prayer
week.
request in the comments. We love praying for you guys.
Yes.
And we love you so much.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.